I didn't want to turn heel. Vince came to me and was like, Rock's coming back and he wants to work a bad guy. And you're the champ. So it was either I turn heel or I drop the title to Daniel Bryan. And I was like, well, I would like to work Rock. You know, that sounds challenging. Let's, you know, well, you'd have to turn heel. And I was like, all right, well, I'd rather be. I kept asking what was going on for Mania. Vince kept very disappointingly telling me that it was going to be the rematch between Cena and Rock, and I was just like, that's going to be awful. But I dropped the title to Rock. I do a rematch with Rock, and then it's WrestleMania, and I told him, like, I'm peacing out after this, like, because this is getting ridiculous, you know. Oh, I disagree, Phil. You're going to be the hottest heel after WrestleMania. I was like, explain to me how losing to a 45-year-old man that wrestles once a year is going to make me the hottest heel in the world. No disrespect. Mm-hmm. Explain to me how that works, because I'm the one that's still going to be here the next day. You know, Rock beats me, Rock leaves. Undertaker beats me, Undertaker leaves. And I wrestled that fucking match with Taker with the biggest chip on my shoulder, because I knew the match was going to be better than Brock and Triple H. I knew it was going to be better than Rock and Cena. And they always tell you that should be your attitude. Stone Cold says all the time, if you don't want to be the champion, you shouldn't fucking work here. If you don't want to go out there and steal the show and you don't believe that you can, you shouldn't fucking work here. And I absolutely fucking believe that. The Shield was my idea. What happened was, at the time, the head writer was Eric Pankowski. He called me up one day and he was like, okay, nobody knows you're going to turn heel. But we want to stick a stable with you. We want to give you Big Show as your heater. I immediately groaned. I love Show to death, but that's not a good idea. They wanted to put Daniel Bryan with me. I groaned. I said Daniel should be kept as far away from me as possible, because if anything, me and him should be like Brett and Shawn. You know what I mean? We can be far apart. We can come. So I took the idea to Hunter, took it to Vince. They agreed. You know, Vince was immediately like, who do you have in mind? And I said, Ambrose, Rollins, Chris Hero, or Cassius Ohno. Hunter shot down Hero. They wanted Roman Reigns. They came to me and they're like, what about Liaki? And I was like, you know, like, wasn't my hill to die on. I said, sure, because it made sense to me. Oh, they want their guy in. He's the pretty guy. But that's good, because this guy can learn from working under me. The idea was they were supposed to be my group. Things fucking change. They like to take other people's ideas and make it their own idea and then tout how awesome that they are. So it then became Hunter's idea, and up until the pay-per-view, they were like, well, we were told we might not be with you. And I was like, well, this whole entire time you're supposed to be with me, because the idea was they're with me. I pitched all that. They loved it. Things got changed. I didn't really care. Those three guys got called up. They're all doing fucking fantastic right now. Mazel tov to them. Doc's like, oh, you're sick. Here's a Z-Pack. They Z-Pack me to death, so much that in December I shit my pants on a SmackDown, because that's what antibiotics do to you, right?
Is that seen on a SmackDown?
Yeah, I got real mad because I tweeted like, hey, everybody watch SmackDown because I shit my pants.
That's right, yeah.
And then the office was like, oh, you can't say the word shit. Can you take it down? And I was like, you fuckers just aren't fun. Like, it's fucking funny. I shit myself. I was laughing. Vince was laughing. Ambrose was laughing. But you're mad because I'm on social media and I fucking said the word shit? Fucking grow up, man. And then I, like, deleted the tweet and retweeted, like, this poop ain't fun anymore. Somewhere along...
Hold on. And then you also...
What did I do?
I think you unfollowed WWE after that?
I blocked them after that. Yeah.
That was so cool.
They've been blocked for a very long time.
Like, while you were working for him, you blocked.
I wrestle in the fucking Rumble. I'm asking everybody. I'm going to everybody. Hey, when you come in, do this. Fucking Rusev guy. he was fucking scared to death of me. And I was like, dude, this is your first impression. You have to do something. He's like, okay, I'll come over to the corner and stomp you. I was like, no, you have to fucking pick me up and fucking do something. We're in Gorilla, and I go, look around you. I go, none of these motherfuckers care about you. They don't care about you. They hope you don't fucking succeed. They don't give a shit about your fucking push. You have to fucking make your moments count. And because you think I'm CM Punk, like I don't want to fucking do anything with you, beat the shit out of me. Do a cool move to me. Just tell me what you're going to fucking do. Don't just kick me in the fucking corner. I'm going to be the biggest, star-wise, I'm going to be the biggest guy in the ring. You have to do something to me because everyone's going to be like, ooh, ah, whatever. Same thing with Kofi. He's like, hey, I'm going to come in. You're going to be in the ring. I'm going to do my little roll in the ring, which I never knew how he did. I thought it was like the most athletic thing ever, where he can jump from the floor and roll through the bottom and the middle rope and somersault and come up and clothesline me. Concussion City. I didn't want to tell him afterwards. I don't even know if I did. So Kofi, for listening to this, I love you. It's okay. I flat back and I'm just fucking rocked. I'm out of it.
Number 12, 13.
So I roll under the fucking corner and I motion to Doc and I go, I have a concussion. Next thing I know, one of the refs is like, Kane's out here. He's going to pull you out early. And my knee-jerk reaction from 15 plus years of being a pro wrestler was, fuck you. I'm finishing this match. Poor Glenn's out there in like he's like shirtless, wearing like business slacks,
Corporate
and he's like crouching down, and the camera's not trying to shoot him, and like it was chaos. But then eventually we did the angle. He chokeslammed me through the fucking thing. Vince, I need to talk to you. And Hunter was in the room, and he goes, oh, I'll leave. And I went, no, you know what? You can stay. I don't care. You need to hear this too. And I just looked Vince in the eye, and I said, I do not love this anymore. I'm fucking sick. I'm fucking hurt. I'm fucking confused. I don't know as a business what we're doing anymore. Every day you tell me this is a team effort, but every day it's a fucking individual effort by me to find what's necessary to even fucking come here. I talked openly about bringing back Dave as a babyface, and I was like, how do you not see how that is the worst idea? And then I said, look, I thought when I re-signed 3 years ago, Vince, I told you if I couldn't be all that I could be, that you should fucking fire me. That if I was a fraud and I was anything less and fell short of the fucking mark, I said, I sold more shirts than John Cena until I turned fucking heel for you. You said you owed me one. I worked guys that were fucking dangerous, and you said you owed me one. I did all these fucking things, and all I wanted was the main event of WrestleMania. And it's fine if you don't think that is me and that I'm that caliber of a fucking superstar, but then you need to fucking fire me. Because I do not want to be here, and I do not want to be anything less. I said, it boggles my mind how Daniel Bryan has not figured into your plans to be in the main event of WrestleMania, because this is his fucking year. Just like 2 years ago, it was my fucking year, and I was white fucking hot, just like he is now. And what did you do? You fed me to this guy. And I pointed right at Hunter. And Vince was just like, this is the concussion talking. I can't believe you're saying any of this. You're in the main event. It is a main event. You're wrestling Triple H. And I turned to Hunter and I said, all due respect, I do not need to wrestle you. You need to wrestle me. I do not want to wrestle you. I seriously resent you for not putting me over 3 years ago when you should have. That would have been best for business. But you had to fucking come in and squash it. And then I had to lose to fucking Truth and Miz. Like, it didn't make any business sense then. It doesn't make any business sense now. And I'm in a position now where I can tell you that I don't have to, and nor do I want to wrestle you at WrestleMania. And you know, and Hunter was gritting his teeth, and I knew, hey, I mean, he never liked me. It's one of those situations where you always hear the stories in the dirt sheets about, oh, Hunter says this about Punk and all this negative stuff. But me and him in a room together, never any good vibes. Always negative. The way he would always look sideways at me, the way he always treated me. Yes. 2 days before my wedding, I get a text from Hunter out of the blue. Hasn't talked to me since Cleveland. And he says, hey, you got time to talk? And I'm a little bit pissed off at this because it's the 11th of June, and he texts me if I have time to talk. And I said, I'm a reasonable guy. I've always had time to talk. I've always just been a phone call away. But I'm getting married in 2 days, and I'm going to my honeymoon. How about we talk the day I get home, I'll fucking call you. In the meantime, reissue me that royalty check that I've been asking about for the past 2 months. Send me my royalties that I've been asking about for 2 months. That is reasonable. And then I'll talk to you when I get back from my honeymoon. He did not respond to the text. The day of my wedding, I got a FedEx in the mail. And it was my termination papers. I was fired.
You were fired.
I was fired.
Yeah.
So take that, everyone who says I need to be, I'm a quieter on Twitter.
You're a real quieter.
I was fired.
On your wedding day.
On my wedding day. Very calculated and very deliberate. And as much as I kind of chuckled at it and didn't let it affect my day, I was like, once again, you pushed too fucking far. You pushed the wrong guy.
And why should nobody hear about this, but fuck, man, some people shouldn't. It should be known that you're being fired on your wedding day.
They tried to throw a non-disparagement clause in where both sides wouldn't speak negatively of the other one. And I said, through my lawyer, obviously, I was like, I haven't said a word since I left. I said, you're the motherfuckers who go on television and call me a quitter in my hometown.
Daniel, these people want you to quit, just like CM Punk did.
And so if you want to go on television in my hometown and fucking apologize and say that you lied, that I didn't quit, that you fired me on my wedding day, and see how they fucking react, I'll consider signing a non-disparagement clause.